What's up everyone, Sebastian with Press Start Seb, and today I'm going to break down why Naruto is an infinitely better character than Goku. Now before you guys go to fucking Pound Town on your keyboard yelling blasphemy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, hear me out. I'm not saying that Naruto is stronger than Goku. I'm not saying that Naruto would beat Goku in a fight. I'm not saying that Naruto has a better butt than Goku. Come on, he does. What I'm saying is from a strictly literary and storytelling component, Naruto is a much more engaging, well-developed character. Ultimately, if you guys don't agree, this is not the most easily digestible topic, but it is my opinion. Super stoked to hear about your guys' opinion in the comments, but without further ado, let's get started. For the sake of this discussion, I'm going to examine Naruto from Shippuden and Goku from Dragon Ball Z, as they're kind of the versions of these characters, the iterations of these characters that come to the forefront of your mind when you think about them, and it makes this a lot easier for me. First, I'm going to look at character development. Now, if you know anything about me, I am a sucker for character development. It's kind of my staple for good storytelling. And Naruto, unlike Goku, goes through a substantial amount of character development. Both Naruto and Goku kind of fit into these archetypical roles, and they do share a lot of the same kind of characteristics. But where they do differ is that Naruto grows and develops from the beginning of the series to the end of it, whereas Goku stays stagnant in his archetypical role, and then just continuously stays that way throughout the entire duration of the show. Naruto is infinitely different than he was on the first episode of Shippuden, to the death and revival of Gaara, to his encounter with Pain, to his training with Killer Bee, and ultimately his relationship with Kurama. Very different all throughout the show. His archetypical role stays the same, but the characteristics and growth of the character are immense. Goku, however, is stagnant. He stays the same. When you first see him in Dragon Ball Z to the Buu saga, he's the same. He maintains the same kind of character traits. He maintains the same kind of outlook on life. He's tested physically, but he's never tested in terms of moral inclinations or things of that nature. Goku is a super strong Saiyan that just likes to fight strong foes for the sake of fighting strong foes. Everyone relies on him and he delivers. That's Goku, that's what he always is, and that's how he stays throughout the entire duration of the series. That's not to say that Naruto's not strong and people don't rely on him, but there's certain intricacies of the character, certain complexities that change over the course of the series. Secondly, Goku is OP. He's so strong, there's no arguing it. He is substantially overpowered. The reason why a lot of people admire and adore Vegeta is because he's kind of this underdog. He works tirelessly to get to be as strong as Goku, and he never gets there, but he still keeps going. Goku's strong, and he's just kind of always fucking strong, and it's just kind of the way it always is. Without the immense work ethic that Vegeta has, Goku's just always the best, and he stays the best. And that is boring from a character development and a storytelling component. Goku doesn't struggle. He doesn't overcome any kind of self-inflicted adversity or moral or character-driven triumph. He just shows up and he's Super Saiyan 3, and that's kind of the overall theme of Goku. He's just Goku all the time. And that's not necessarily bad, it's just uninteresting. Naruto, however, is an underdog, and he's an underdog from the bat, and he tirelessly works, and you're never entirely sure he's gonna get there, but it makes you want to support him, it makes you want to keep watching and see where he goes. You want to support him, you want to stand behind him and see how this journey ends up, and you don't know if he's gonna become triumphant, you don't know if he's gonna ever become the strongest or the most powerful, but that's what kind of hooks you. This self-inflicted desire to kind of overcome his weaknesses is what makes Naruto such a compelling character, and ultimately a character that's more interesting than Goku. Now, an effective literary technique to kind of highlight a character's strengths and weaknesses and morality and ambitions is through the use of a foil character. Now, for those of you that don't know what a foil character is, it's kind of a complementary character that acts as a mirror to the protagonist or a main character that kind of reflects certain attributes or traits of the main character. This is done through the use of opposites. Through those opposites, you kind of highlight certain attributes that the writer or author kind of wants you to pay particular attention to, and it's super effective in that regard. Now, the Naruto series does foil characters excellently. And the result of this is Naruto is a substantially more well-rounded, compelling character. Gaara acts as a foil to Naruto. They're both in the same circumstances. They're both Jinchurikis as children, and they were cast aside as outcasts. And those differences show what Naruto could have become should he not have gained the friendships and the mentorships that he did get. So Gaara acts really effective in that regard. Sasuke operates as a foil for Naruto, showing that no matter how much hard work and dedication that Naruto has, Sasuke's got this natural aptitude that he may never ever really get to that echelon of ability. And Obito is a foil for Naruto, showing that someone from the same town, the same kind of upbringing, and the same ambitions, how far they can fall. So showing that if Naruto were to ever get to the point where he were to use his abilities and aptitudes for ill, what he could become. So there's another foil there. So Dragon Ball Z kind of flirts with the idea of using foils, but it never uses them in an effective way. And the prime example of this is Raditz. Raditz being Goku's brother, being a fellow Saiyan, it's an immediate foil. You can see that contrast very sharply. This shows Goku what he could have become had he not been sent to Earth. He could be going to these Earths and destroying things and looking for Saiyans. Unfortunately, this character's kind of it's underdeveloped, this comparison, and then it's immediately forgotten. This could be a really important theme throughout the show of kind of Goku struggling with what he could have become, what his race is doing and has done for all these years, and what his responsibility is now as a Saiyan on Earth. Vegeta is also kind of a foil for Goku, but in an unproductive way. It shows Goku as being this super powerful, all the time triumphant character, and Vegeta as this hardworking, ambitious, but never really gets there. So it kind of highlights Goku, but in a non-flattering way. Finally, and this is one you guys might not think too much about, is the foil of Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is this super strict, super orderly, wants things to work well for Gohan. And Goku's the opposite. He's really lofty, he's kind of up in the clouds, not really paying attention too much to these kind of nitty-gritty details. So Chi-Chi operates as a foil, but again, not in a flattering way for Goku. So essentially, Dragon Ball Z does have a lot of foils for the characters, but they don't develop Goku in a compelling way. Now finally, it's all about them feels. So Naruto has made me cry more times than one. How many? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna tell you. Stop asking. So case in point, this episode, one single episode of Shippuden, almost essentially just one scene, is kind of the culmination of all the points I'm trying to get across. The scene in Naruto when Naruto's training with Killer Bee and he's sent to the waterfall to kind of face himself at the waterfall to emerge triumphant. Naruto is forced to come face to face with himself and face the weakness and the kind of hurt that he has. He undergoes a substantial amount of character development as a result of this. He has to acknowledge his flaws and then accept them as being a part of who he is without dismissing them or kind of casting them aside. He's forced to face a foe whom he is completely evenly matched with. He then ekes out a victory somehow, and it's emotional as fuck. Naruto embraces the side of him that's hurt, and it allows the characters to kind of relate. We all have parts of us that are not as pretty, or we kind of try to dismiss or put aside, but he embraces it, he hugs himself, and he lets him know that it's okay. This is something that the viewers can sympathize with, can relate to, and more things you want to support Naruto. Now don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball Z rocked the fuck out of my childhood, as I'm sure it did with a lot of you guys, but the kind of big point I want to make is Goku was never my favorite character. I never wanted Goku to destroy the bad guy. I would consistently cringe when other really important characters would get cast aside like Vegeta or Piccolo, thrown to the wayside just so Goku could deliver the finishing blow as he always does. Now some of you can say, but Seb, in the Cell Saga, Gohan kills Cell. Well, you could say that, but it's not until Goku comes in spirit and helps with the Kamehameha does it really happen. So without Goku, the villain is never truly destroyed and the plot does not progress forward. Goku always saves the day because you expect him to. You expect him to be the best, you expect him to save everyone, and you expect him to always be the strongest. You don't expect that from Naruto. You expect that he'll consistently do his best, and the rest is kind of up in the air, and you want to watch, and you're engaged because you want to see what comes of it, which makes Naruto a more compelling, interesting character. And I guess the reason why he's the #1 unpredictable ninja. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'm really curious to see. I know, like I said earlier, this is not an easily digestible video. You can agree, you can disagree. It's my opinion, it's your opinion. I'm stoked to hear your opinion. Like this video, share this video, subscribe. I want to hear all of what you guys have to say about it. You guys are the best. More content coming soon as always. See ya!